To a fifth set, that may prove crucial. Yeah, late call, but it looked like the right one. Second double.
Well, understandably, Moya is going to be giving it his all here to win this, and the feeling really is if Rios can just hold him, that psychologically he'll have a great boost into the final set.
It's a difficult serve, that one out wide, particularly to the double-hander of Moya. And he hasn't had many cheap points off it so far. He's off to a lead in the fourth set. Love one. Fourth set, 2-1. Carlos Moya leads. Covers the court deceptively well, does Rios, and forces that mistake.
Yes, terrific anticipation, really. They're just a step ahead. This much improved backhand of his has been working pretty well, really, particularly cross-court.
Yeah, mystifying that, misread it completely.
Yes, let it drop too soon. Boy, he's had an amazing draw. You look at it, he's played a wild card and 3 qualifiers. So he hasn't exactly been pressed.
Yes, they both just dropped just the one set on their way through to the quarterfinal. Moya dropped the third set against Jens Nipschild of Germany in his fourth round match. And Rios dropped the first set against Albert Costa. Fantastic drop shot. He really is playing them well. Rios looking down and asking Anders Egli if he's sure it was okay, but it was.
Yes, the umpire had a similar view, bird's eye view, it right under the chair. It was more out than in, but it just got a bit of the line.
Big point, of course, could have given Rios 2 break points. No, not that time. And the previous one looks as if it was on the line. Moya having a look for a mark, can't find one.
Yes, a bit of bad luck because he turned it around. You could see during that point the lengths to which Moya will go to get his forehand to work. His backhand's been good, but it really hasn't penetrated much. He's been looking for the big forehand. This is Moya much more in his Monte Carlo form, where he won the tournament there, using his power.
Yes, good defense from Moya, and he really has defended well. A dangerous game for him, and he came through it unscathed. Both, of course, have reached the final of the Australian Open in the last 2 years. Moya being dismantled by Pete Sampras last year, and Rios not really showing up against Peter Korda this year. Not to take anything away from Korda, who played all through the tournament magnificently well, but Rios, from most people's calculations, just froze a little. Won just 6 games.
Yes, I think he's a new character since then. I think that was part of the maturing process.
Bruno Robert on the right, the head of umpires.
15-0.
Man who was involved in that controversial toilet break scenario with Anna Kournikova. Yes, Moya is beginning to boss him a little bit. Just like he was in the opening set.
15.
It was a clever volley by Moya. He knew he couldn't hit it because it was below the height of the tape. And yet he did what Rios so often does, just a little bit of wrong footing in one of these steered volleys. Kept a firm grip and just pushed the ball back deep. I thought a slightly tired backhand there by Moya. He just needed to apply himself a bit more. He could have got behind it and used the two hands. But of course, once he just pushed the ball back in mid-court, Rios is onto it.
Well, that's a terrific shot. Moya, of course, expecting it down that backhand side again. First ace of the match for Marcelo Rios. 2-1 in this fourth set.
Back live to the French Open with Café de Colombia.
Plenty of banter going on between the small band of Spaniards and a somewhat larger band of Chileans here. I think both exaggerated because there's a lot of World Cup supporters arriving day by day. Paris is becoming fuller and fuller with each succeeding day.
Probably be a bit fuller still if all the airlines were flying.
So let's get started on that.
15.
First double for Moya. But he has served very well.
He has, and it was rather pertinent that you should mention the Australian Open because they've both been through it. But Moya in that Australian Open and up until the final played this sort of tennis. He used his power. He didn't look like a Spaniard, which of course he doesn't. I mean, comparing him with the other Spanish players.
Yeah, clever play by Moya, took the pace off, and Rios was always stretching for it.
I thought Rios took his usual toilet break before the match in the warm-up so that he's allowed, as it were, one more. It's not counted if you take it during the toilet break. He's making a habit of it.
Fifth Roland Garros this is for Rios, twice reached the last 16. Piolín beat him in '96, and last year Hikama Razi beat him in 4 sets. in the same round.
Well, a little worrying when he misses that one. Wasn't even as if he came close.
So are the alarm bells ringing? They will be now. Moya is definitely poised.
Well, ripping into the second serve to begin with, and really sensing the opportunity.
Well, that's bold play from Rios. And he needs another point like this.
As having missed the previous one, hiring his sights there.
Terrific defense from Moya. And that perseverance rewarded. He's looking good now. 3-2.
French Open with Café de Colombia.
Here's Rios going out here. 2-1, and the break he trails in the fourth set to Carlos Moya.
Well, I think if he's to come back, this is what he's got to do a lot more of. That's how he turned the match around in the first place. He's got those volleying skills, and he can take the early ball. But of course, Moya can react as well. He'll sense that Rios will start coming at him.
Second double. Yes, Rios, whatever the situation, has immense faith in his talent. And he's got to turn it on now. He already has once in this match when Moya produced that almost immaculate first set. Rios rose to the task. Can he do it once more? No good. After all that terrific defense, a very poor drop shot.
Yeah, particularly poor because he hadn't really played any in the match. And to come at a stage like that, a sign really perhaps of a little tiredness as well, so that the thinking doesn't become as clear. Of course, it's not only a matter of just pure physical tiredness, it's the mental application as well that wears you down.
And he wanted to attack that. And he's running out of time here.
He's really got to make inroads if Moya misses the first serve, which he's done 3 times out of 4 here. 4 times out of 5, in fact.
It's been a match of very few unforced errors. And enterprising attack and sometimes quite astonishing defense. Second guessed him. Moya looking for space to help himself down the double-hander.
Avantage Rios.
Massive point now.
Yes, you can see the willingness, the desire of Rios really to get to the Moya backhand. Moya can't really hurt him with it, although he's played some terrific shots. It's the forehand that brings all the power, produces the points.
Merci.
Too good. And Rios once more digging deep and finding the inspiration which has taken him to #1 once in the world and may well do again today. It's a thrilling match.
Oh, it's good stuff. Difficult to expect, I suppose, Moya to produce a terrific serving performance all the way through the match, but that's what he needed in that game. You've got to look for things that separate the players, and Rios has got a terrific serve, but he hasn't really been hurting with it. He hasn't been driving Moya out of court a lot, whereas Moya has been doing more of the hurting with his aces and with his power generally.
And Rios has really put on the foot on the accelerator and is getting some response. Incidentally, news of Monica Seles just about, it seems, to complete an amazing victory. She's 5-2 up against Jana Novotná. Amazing because the circumstances off court, of course, with the death of her father. To come back here at the French and get to the semi-final is just quite extraordinary.
Oh, it's terrific.
Rios on a roll. And he's in front now, 4-3.
Within your reach.
So Carlos Moya at 3-4. 2 sets to 1 up against Marcelo Rios. The last time that Moya was broken, he was broken the previous time as well. Successive service games in the second set. It's been that kind of a match.
Well, you can see what he's up to. He's in for taking this ball as early as he possibly can. Moya just getting a little ratty with all these missed first serves. Now, does he go for power? Does he try and, as he did in the first point, pull Rios wide?
Oh, what a shot! We've seen some amazing shots, but that just about caps the lot.
Well, one of the few times that Moya's really gone for his two-hander, and he must have figured he'd hit a terrific shot. He did.
It's break point, Rios. What an unbelievable way to save it. Here's a cool nerve.
I think even the Chilean supporters were applauding that because Rios did absolutely nothing wrong.
Nope, a good move from Moya. Stealing in unexpectedly.
Avantage, Moya.
Yes, and a terrific saving volley, really, because Rios had kept it low. He pushed it then behind Rios, making it difficult, of course, for Rios to lean into the shot.
Simply incredible game from both men.
Yes, real relief there shown by Moya, who's got a terrific record against left-handers this year. The only one he's lost to is Rosetsky in Indian Wells. He's beaten even Isvich, Woodford, Milajani, Arasi, Muster and Clavet. So he's done well against the sinister types.
How near the line does he want to go? And what an extraordinary half volley that was earlier on in the rally.
Wasn't it just? And there was no doubt he was going to make it. He was so compact and effortless with the shot.
He's such a laid-back guy. And that's probably holding him in good stead now, because the adrenaline for ordinary people must be shooting around the body.
Because I think the same could probably be said for Moya, who's pretty laid back. And that's how it should be. Second serve, just tossed in, 118. You've really got to take advantage of those, surely.
Yeah. I can't believe it.
Well, Rios thinks it's bounced twice, but I believe he got it up.
Yeah, I believe he got it up too. Yeah. And Moya's a good guy. Rios is normally, this is unusual. I think Rios missaw that. Andres Egli is pretty sure. Incidentally, an amazing result. Monica Seles has beaten Jana Novotná, and she is through to the semi-final to play Martina Hingis. But, well, I don't know what Rios thought he saw. I would love to see it again, because he's such a good guy on court, Rios. He doesn't go for taking advantage.
Yeah, he obviously just believes the ball bounced twice and that it was an unfair shot by Moya, but that's not what we want to see.
No.
It's not Rios, it's Moya, but I believe he got it up, as you do.
Yep. Well, he's got to calm down now. 2 break points for Moya. If he wins one of them, he will be serving for the match. Wow. Moya is very nearly there.
Back live to the French Open with Peugeot, official partner.
During the change round, Marcelo Rios having a word with Andreas Egli. How could you miss that? But he's gone to the baseline now to try and regroup. And Moya, what must be going through his mind now?
Merci.
Serving for the match. Oh. Well, of course that was going to happen.
Well, it's one of the very few times, in fact, I think the only time he's come in on the Rios forehand. Of course, the victory line within sight and just rushing it a little bit.
Oh. 200 Ks. Sixth ace. Just snatched. And who could blame him?
Yeah, quite, because Rios was like a marauding panther coming at him all the time, and he knew he was going to pounce if he didn't do something.
Oh. Well, I think there was a turbocharge on the adrenaline there. And here's break point for Rios. His last chance.
Well, it's a compliment to Rios that Moya felt he had to go for something quite as dramatic as that.
That was a couple of meters wide. Well played. Rios sick that he gave him the opening, but didn't he take it?
Yes, he took it so well. A lot of power straight down the line, but Rios just turning the racket head a little too soon. He could have made the shot, but of course he was trying to curl it in front of Moya.
Yeah, you knew he was going to attack it. And here, after an hour and 57 minutes, is match point for Moya. Oh, don't believe it. What about brinkmanship?
Oh, just phenomenal.
After all that, it was set up for him, and he's such a confident volleyer normally. Match point number 2.
Yes, he's been playing that all along through these championships, and it just has to be the pressure. Got it.
Oh, no. Oh. Went up vertically. Perhaps he's destined to win the title.
Yeah, at least to give him his due, he's going for it, and fortune certainly favouring the brave here. What a shame Rod Laver didn't stay on to watch this. He was here before, the twice winner of the Grand Slam, but left just after the first set.
Too good. And to look up to his group of supporters, Jose Perlas up there, his coach, and now down to look at Rios. 3rd match point. Ridiculous.
I can guarantee you, not even Laver would have tried that one. Take a look at this.
Just look at the backspin on this. But match point down. That's why he's so watchable. Win or lose this match. And the clock ticks on. 2 hours and 1 minute. That's the only answer. Ace number 7. Match point for the 4th time. He's got it. And that is a remarkable win for Carlos Moya. He got to the final of the Australian. He won in Monte Carlo. But in all honesty, that's probably the biggest win of his life. To beat Rios, the best player in the world at the moment, on clay, in the quarter-final of the French Open. Prodigious stuff.
Yes, I think that's right, because Rios, as you said earlier, is the undoubted favourite for this event. But Moya taking that Monte Carlo form, the Australian Open form, the one pity, Rios not shaking the hand of the umpire. He was wrong. Moya got the ball up, a very important shot at 15 all that eventually led to the break of the Rios serve. But I think it was a fair call by the umpire.
And he goes through the waiting French who were hoping to interview him. No chance at all. But Moya wreathed in smiles. What a win. Well, those of you who are with us from the start know who he's going to play. For those of you who've just joined us, I won't spoil it by giving you the result, because we're going to show you a recording of Felix Mantilla against Thomas Muster. And I hope you'll enjoy that. That's after Sports Centre with Jeremy Langdon.